What's going on, guys? Rivero here. This is going to be a pretty short update video, but I thought I'd just make it a separate thing because it's not really connected to anything, and that's the Biggoron Sword side quest. So the first thing we have to do to start this is talk to Anju, and we'll get another weird egg. And what we do with this is pretty simple. And just to speed things up, we'll go ahead and use the Ocarina to change the day. And now that we have a hatched cuckoo, we can go in through here and wake up Talon. We don't need to complete Lon Ranch to continue this side quest, we just need to wake him up. And we'll come back to Anju, and she'll replace our cuckoo with another one called Kojiro. And some text saying stuff. Cool. So we'll go ahead and take this to Kokiri Forest in the Lost Woods. And once we are at the Lost Woods and we go over to here, we can see Grog, which is his name. As long as we're holding the cuckoo, the cutscene will start. So we have our first time racing mission. Basically we have to take this mushroom all the way to Kakariko in time, before the time runs out. And normally you should have Epona, but it is possible to complete this without her. If we are to fail the mission, like so, we will be teleported back to the place that we first started the cutscene so we can try again. This happens with all the cutscenes, which it takes you back to each one respectively if you fail it. And we're just going to go ahead and cheat because I don't really feel like running through the whole thing normally and it's just pointless. So here we are, we go up to the old lady and we'll have another cutscene. This one is not timed, so we can go ahead and make our way back to Kokiri Forest without having to hurry as fast as possible. And once we go on through, Grog is replaced by Fado, the weird creepy girl. He is gone, and she takes the medicine and replaces it with a poacher's saw. So next up, we go to Gerudo Valley. Now in this situation, you do have to either have Epona or the long shot to make your way over here. So here we are, and if we talk to this guy, Muto, we get another cutscene, and we will be given a broken Goron sword. Real quick, I want to show off that the tent has now been built. Pretty cool, I kind of like how it turned out. I like the little details I added. I'm happy with it. No one talks, they're pretty much just placeholders for now until I actually get to this point of the story. But anyways, continuing on, we shall go to Death Mountain with the Biggoron sword. The broken Biggoron sword. So we head up the mountain. Since we have not cleared the fire temple, meteors do still spawn. And once we get to the top, if we go over here, Biggoron is here. But his eyes are irritated. So it'll give us a prescription to go to Zora's Domain. The Ice Cavern and pretty much all the story at Zora's Domain hasn't been done yet. So we'll probably see a chest over here so that you can skip to the water temple. That's how it's going to work until blue fire is a thing. And if we come up here, Zora's already melted from the fire, so we don't have to worry about that. And he will make the eye drops, and we have to race all the way to Lake Hylia before the eyeball frog explodes. Explodes? What? Why did I say explodes? What word was I gonna say? Expires. I was gonna say expires. I don't know why I said explode. Now, if you were to lose this timed race, it would take you back to King Zora. But if we talk to this guy and get the next item, which also has a timer, if we fail this one, we will still be taken back to King Zora. I don't know why they didn't leave a little cutscene here, or like a checkpoint here, just because you could be like, because the reaction of the guy could have been like, well, I still have some left over, so make sure you don't fail this time, or whatever. That's what I expected, but turns out it's a little bit harder and time-consuming if you fail. Up on Death Mountain, we talk to the Goron, he uses the eye drops, and now he is back to normal. So now we just have to wait a few days for him to finish the sword. And if we use the Sun Song 6 times or wait 3 days, he will have it done. There we go. His sword is his finest work. And that's it. The Biggoron sword. Pretty cool. I like how it turned out. This was a long cutscene to make, but I'm glad it's done now. And we can still talk to the Goron if we want to. He is a normal NPC. I might as well mention that the Goron does sell the Giant's Knife, which is different from the Biggoron sword, but it only has 8 swings before it's broken. And if we want to see this in action, let me just summon a creeper. Actually, a spider works fine. The sword's too powerful. There we go. So once you use it enough times, it'll turn into the Giant's Knife, broken. And that's just about it, but there's one more extra little thing that I just finished that I wanted to show off, because it's probably one of the coolest jump cutscenes I've made. Honestly, it's barely even that, because a lot of the portion of it is just timed. So let's learn the Nocturne of Shadow. We see Sheik, buildings are on fire. The little wooden thing here goes flying away. And Sheik is picked up and thrown. Go to help her out. Boom, shadow. I'm super happy with how the shadow turned out. Here it comes! Looks like you're finally coming around. So we got more text. And... oh shoot. I didn't have music on. You gotta hear a little bit of it. So we'll go ahead and play that. And Sheik leaves. She was he was supposed to say something, but oh well. I'll fix that. But otherwise, everything worked perfectly. And that's all for now. I think the next thing that I'm working on is going to be building the Gerudo Fortress to completion. Yeah, so we still have to finish the little roof area here, as well as the entire inside of this. And then lastly, the little mini game that you can play while shooting arrows riding Epona. And of course, the place that you get the ice arrows, which is going to be a whole extra dungeon pretty much that I have to make. Oh, and a little bit of the Haunted Wasteland out here, so that I can add the teleport. It's going to take a while to finish this, but it'll be pretty fun still, I think, to make. I pretty much did all the easy part, unfortunately, so now it's all the harder stuff, except for the inside. The inside will be pretty fun to make. But that's it for now, so I hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next update video.